order, if we could, please. First order of business today would be the minutes from the September 3 meeting. This was mailed to the magistrates. Anybody see any changes or corrections to the minutes? I did not find any myself. Otherwise, entertain. Oh, sorry about that, Jeff. I didn't even mention that there, man.
Just the back of the chair is good enough.
Well, Curtis, the chair was back. I didn't see that. We still got something behind. Motion to approve the minutes.
Also make one.
Motion to approve by Keith Metcalf, second by Eric. Further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Next will be your bills list, additional bills list, and transfers. Questions?
Prue answered one of my questions. On the 6.0 motor, isn't it a proven fact on your old 6.0s and ambulance when you put this EGR valve on it that pretty much blowed the motor up after that?
No.
I thought when you put that new part on it, then it stretched the rest of your motor.
No, it just had to go in and replace the old one with a new one and then the high pressure oil pump for that one. But we haven't had that issue.
Which bill are you talking about?
On truck number
number
4.
Front page.
Car number 4.
Truck 4.
Okay.
Should have said truck 4, yeah. I was going car 4. What kind of car is that?
That's the EMA, yeah.
$4,400.
That's one of why I was doing general. Yeah.
All right.
Those are those vehicles we got through the grant years ago, and we continue to maintain them.
Was it 2005?
That one is a 2005.
Other questions on bills, additional bills? Otherwise, entertain a motion to approve the bills and transfers.
I'll make a motion for the bill transfers.
Thank you, Eric. There's a second to the motion. Second by Gary. Further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay, first order of regular business today is an appointment to the Joint Planning Commission. Jim Nelson's here with us today. Jim, thanks for being with us, and thanks for your willingness to serve on the Planning Commission. Jim served how many years on the Air Board? A few years.
6 or 7.
Yeah, and he's resigned from that board to be able to serve on the Planning Commission, and Bernard's tickled to death to have somebody in his district that stepped to the plate. Thank you. Need a motion to approve that appointment.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Bernard Ives, second by Jeff. Further discussion? All approved? Oh, yes.
I just want to say thank you for stepping up and wanting to help make Nelson County a better place.
My pleasure, Mike.
All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry.
It was also a pleasure to meet you in person. I think anytime we do these appointments, I would love to put my eyes on the face. That way if I see you out somewhere, I know, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's a good policy.
That's why I'm here.
Well, thank you very much for showing up.
Some people have a schedule that allows them to do that, some people don't, so.
I'm glad
He's
Jim does.
flexible. Next order of business will be first reading of an amended personnel ordinance. You guys in your mailbox should have a copy of the changes in yellow and just a few more changes that Carol and I made and Rhonda after listening to discussions from the other folks. There's some blue marks in it this time. Did you guys get that out of your mailbox?
Yes.
Okay, for instance, on page 34, we added on employee 1 day off due to a death in the family. We added current son-in-law and current daughter-in-law. There wasn't too many. On the vacation leave, we just try to be a little more specific with it. Nothing's changed from the yellow sheet, but just try to. We added a column that said total accumulated, so you could follow that a little easier. And
Well, didn't you change from 6 months to 90 days on?
6 to
3 or
90
4
days.
things.
90 days. You got that on the yellow copy. You've
Yeah.
already had
Yeah.
the yellow copy for a while. Trying to recruit, a better recruiting tool for us since we, on our retirement system, we're just like everybody else now. We're on the 401k type of system on new recruits. So our goal here is to, when an employee comes, say, especially any employee, but the professionals or even truck drivers, they know they can come to work for us and not have to wait a full year to get a week's vacation. A lot of companies have gone to that in the city, and I think it's a good thing. Jeff, you got a comment? You had that look on your face like.
I do have a quick question
Yes.
about that. Is it, do employees at the county, do they not pay into the retirement system for the first year? I remember at the city it was kind of like that. I didn't know.
No,
if
it's
it
a
was
6-month
same.
probationary period, right? Which one? It's 6 months probationary period.
So, I mean, they automatically.
That's
stop paying?
part of the retirement system. That's not really our, is it right, Rhonda?
Yes.
That's how we signed up years ago to go do our system.
Right,
Unless
right.
you already, if you come to work for us full-time and you already are in the
In the
retirement
system.
system,
Yeah.
then you start immediately.
Is it the same with you, Raymond? Do you guys, do they sit out a year before they start paying in, or do they automatically?
6 months.
6 months. That's good. Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just on the one thing, the classification of employees for full-time employees.
What page you on there?
Now I'm on 12,
12?
bottom.
Yeah, seasonal, full-time, part-time. We've jumped that from 30 hours to 35 hours for full-time. And just to
That's my
clarify,
question, is that defined somewhere else, federal, what a full-time employee is? Is that,
no, not that I'm aware of. It's up to, some places go down as low, well, you see ours was 30 initially.
right?
You can go, some places define it as 40 hours. And due to the scheduling some of our employees have at different jobs, the 30 was, we thought 30 was too low and 35 was more appropriate. That way you were qualified for the benefits.
I'm just curious if it's conflicting with some of the.
I'm not
definitions, but
not
don't
sure
know.
if it's a federal requirement or not, but for years we've had the 30.
I thought there was some kind of requirement on that, Jeff. I remember when I
I
had
think it was,
employees.
they brought up during the Obamacare stuff that they consider a full-time employee is 32 maybe.
32, I think.
32 was, probably correct. And I've heard that over the years. So we wanted it at 35 based on some of our different department scheduling. That way we can still bring in, for instance, at the animal shelter now, we've got 2 part-timers working. And if they work over 100 hours a month, then we have to put them into the retirement system. But if you can work them 100 hours or less a month, then we can still use that part-timers to fill in gaps. And we have gaps. The jail's got a lot of gaps, you know, and finding people who work second and third shifts. Then you might not want to do it every day, but you might get people who want to do it a couple days a week.
Well, which employees is this affected, if you don't mind?
All the county employees.
I've never heard nobody complain to me, you know, Raymond's department or Oak's department, so.
Well, we were really trying to bring the hours into line to agree with retirement rules
system.
of 100 hours per month, plus the Affordable Health Care Act, which is 130 hours per month. And if we have employees who average that over the last 12, we're required to offer those full-time benefits. So we bumped up our threshold for full-time to kind of come into line with both of those.
If you, just for instance, if you hire an employee today and they're at $15 an hour, if they take a family policy, health insurance policy, and we pay the retirement system on them and all the other benefits that go with it, you're at about $75,000 for a $35,000 a year person. And so as we move forward in this county government business and the retirement system, we need to think about how we're going to, this is a way for us to deal and get people at the jail, people at the animal shelter, at his place, to be able to come to work for us.
Also, in that line, it says 35 hours per week on a regularly scheduled basis. Is that defined anywhere what a regularly scheduled basis is?
I don't know if that's in the definition or not, that might be subjective there.
Yeah.
Some things don't need to be nailed down.
Okay.
Well, it saves a lot of argument though, if it is nailed down.
I have one more. We spoke before on that accident workman's comp claims. If someone has an accident, has to have a drug alcohol test, there's nothing in there that says.
What page you're on there?
Page 24. There's nothing in there that says if they refuse, I know you have a paper on file in their file, but if they refuse to take that test after an accident, what will be the consequences? Will they be terminated?
We'd have to go back to the disciplinary insubordination, there's a
But
whole list of other
shouldn't
things.
that have something in there to state that, Matthew?
Okay, sure, you could fall back to discipline if you wanted to, or you could put in there, grounds for immediate termination.
Yeah, I think that,
Well,
if somebody refuses to take a drug and alcohol,
It would be
Fall back to
insubordination, yeah,
insubordination.
yeah, and that's listed under progressive discipline. Insubordination is one of the few.
You think that's forcible, what he's talking about?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
insubordination.
Let me just,
Can that fall back on the insubordination?
Sure. You know, doing something you're not told to do, you're told to go take a test and you don't do it.
yeah, no, you're not, in an employee handbook, you're not gonna have every case where it's in black and white. And no matter how good you are. That's my opinion.
We're just trying to cover the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something happened. Okay.
Are we considered an employee, us managers?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
We
are.
are.
Just do what you're told.
We pay workman's comp on it.
Maybe you didn't do what you're told, but I don't have to do what I'm told. That's my constituents tell me to.
Go on, say it.
Nobody else is gonna tell me.
Good questions, all good questions. This general outline has worked pretty darn good since, I guess we put this in the 90s. We're just trying to update it especially for the recruiting aspect of what we're doing in today's times. Entertain a motion to approve on first reading, advertised for a second.
I'll make a motion to approve first reading.
Thank you, Jeff. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Eric. Further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
The weak one, Metcalf. Motion carries. Let's see here. EMS report.
Monthly report for August, 613 calls were responded to, 137 non-transport. That puts us at 1,193 for July and August. The trends on that would show that we're steady and on point. And I don't see that's still running in September about the same. Be a busy week for EMS department. Of course, you know, we have the Bourbon Festival to cover, and we also have 3 football games Friday night to cover as well.
At home, all three at home.
All 3 at home. And then the state EMS conference is also going on this week, so we'll be stretched out pretty thin. That'd be my report.
Thank you. Bryce, recreation report.
The brick wall, we'll get that started on next week. Girls basketball started up, looking to start the first week in October 5th. As of now, we have about 30 teams in it, probably get quite a few more. And then rec board meeting September 25th at Denwans Park at 7 p.m.
Thank you. Jail report.
As of today, we have 141 inmates, 49 are state, 92 are county, 44 are waiting for circuit court cases, 48 for district court, total of 116 males, and a total of 25 females. And we still haven't found out who the new jail inspector is. We haven't heard anything.
Anybody got any questions, comments? Move on in. Road department report. Lee?
Do you want to tackle the snowplow or do this?
I'll do the snowplow first. Did you guys look at the email I gave you on the snowplow? Because it had a bunch of stuff to it. Dean, did you give anything to Newton Meeting?
I do a copy of it.
I did.
Yeah. Jim, Randy, you have that?
Here's a copy of that yellow on it.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So basically, we got a new dump truck coming in, should be October, November-ish timeframe. The existing setup we have for the plows will not fit that, not to mention that the plow is 20 years old, that's coming off the old truck. So we went and got 3 quotes to meet our procurement laws, and I sent you guys all that information. Now what's unique about it is there is one gentleman that is a little bit lower, IMCO, if you guys looked at that, for 82, 84 basically. Yeah, and your next closest one is Jay Ettinger. Now the city of Bardstown runs this type of plow that IMCO has. They've only had it 1 year, but we went and looked at it, and I gave you guys pictures of that. The reason I gave you pictures so you would see what it looks like, thickness and bulkiness compared to the other ones. It actually looks fine, guys. The only thing is different is how the plow trips. You know, when you get so much snow or you get into something, This one trips by springs, and the other one has a unit on it, it's called a cannon, it's more like a cylinder, and that is truly the difference in them. I mean, one other instance is, it's electric over hydraulic on the controls, where the other ones go straight into hydraulic off of our system. I've asked our mechanic about it, he said there's pluses and minuses to both.
Well, how long has this company been in business, Brad?
I didn't ask. They bid on our dump truck on the bed and didn't get it, they weren't low bid on it, J Energy was low bid on the dump truck.
That's quite a bit of difference, I think.
Mhm. City of Barstown, I talked to Ben Bird and he acted as if, so far he's been pleased with it.
Is there any kind of warranty to it?
He did say on his thing, they ain't gonna give you a
Everything got a warranty.
Well,
Hey, we go here with Walmart, do you want a warranty on that? $150 for a warranty.
here's what it says. Keith, it was in the quote. It says warranty, parts manufacturer warranty, labor 30 days from completion, no warranty on used parts. That's all you get. On the other guys, I'd have to look.
Let me say this, Jay Edinger and Municipal Code, in particular Jay Edinger, he's been in business a long time and done a great job for us, but a little competition is good too every once in a while.
Absolutely.
And so I would recommend the court to try this. I know what I would buy.
I'm with you.
Okay.
It worried me about being so much shit.
Yeah, why do you think it is?
Maybe once a
Hydraulic is electric over strictly hydraulic, or?
Could be that, it could be,
You ever see one of these?
could be that spring thing.
Not a lot.
Not much to them, but still.
Well, the thickness of them's different.
No, his thickness is good.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Was it a quarter inch on that? or-
3/4.
How much?
3/4.
3/4.
By the pictures, it looked a little weaker, didn't it? But, you know.
It's the same gauge or stronger than the one that Jay Energer's gonna give us, as far as the thickness of the metal now. I don't know, guys, that's the reason I brought it up. I mean,
Well-
y'all gonna sink or swim together on this one.
I would recommend the court to purchase, at least try this particular company, Imco. The brand is Snow Dog for $8,284.52.
I'll make a motion to accept the info.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll say.
Second by Keith. For discussion, yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
So Ben, how long have they had that?
Year.
They've had it for a
They
year,
got
so they
it.
used it all last year with no problem.
And of course, last year wasn't a real heavy.
Right,
so
right,
it would be-
right.
But he did use it last year and said so far he hadn't had any issues with it.
Yeah,
That's been.
and I mean, he deals with this stuff a lot, you know.
It's sitting up, if you wanna go up there, it's at their shop, but I went and looked at it.
Mhm.
Sent our mechanic.
You know, I've been doing this for a long time with snow plows for 26 years and buying them that never fit the trucks that you buy.
Yeah.
Every time. It's just like, we ought to know that when we go into this, but we don't want to realize that.
I was
about like
shocked how old some of those plows are, which is good that they've held up.
But it's usually what happens to cutting blade on them, is what you got
Right,
to
so you
replace.
just
Replace those.
Is this a local company?
Other out of Madisonville.
That's close enough.
All approved, say aye.
Ah,
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Thank you all. Any additional blacktop list, guys? No new roads or anything? Okay, I just put that on the agenda to fill the gap.
I can get a list pretty quick.
Move on. Lee? Move on.
So, we finished replacing culverts on Murray's Run Road, and Mago actually has already overlaid, did a good job on it. We're currently replacing culverts on Mobley Mill Road to get it ready for overlay. We should be finished on Mobley Mill by Thursday. We're gonna be starting a culvert replacement on Stringtown Road in New Hope this coming Monday, September 23rd. The road will be closed at the 1200 block because the pipe itself is about 15 feet deep. We're gonna have to bench the road back.
I did send stuff out to the news media, to Marion County Fiscal Court, as well as their road department on that, and each person who lives on that road will get a letter from me.
I've told most of them that are very aware.
Yeah, so, but it will be shut down. I mean, the emergency management people need to take that into account.
Yeah, but you can come in from both ways, it's not all.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's about the way on the road too then.
Correct.
As mentioned, Mago, this last 2 weeks paved Murray's Run Road, and they also did Hardin Leslie Road. We have a crew out patching asphalt. Some places it'll be got to is Main Avenue in Nazareth, Greenville Forward, we did a place on Wheeler Wright, Wilson Creek Road, Spalding Hollow. We're currently on Haven Ridge today. Passing a few places there. Boom mowing, it's currently in District 1. We are working overtime during the week and on Saturdays.
From now to Christmas.
From now to Christmas.
Boom mowing.
Boom mowing. So
Yeah.
try to catch up.
What we were doing wasn't taking care of business, so we had our staff meeting there a couple weeks ago. We decided to move forward with a little extra time, and it's already paying off.
Good deal.
So, and what we're trying to do is, in each district, spend a little more time, so you don't have to move that thing around so much.
Right.
And that way, everybody will, it just a little bit of patience, but once they're there, then you'll have.
Can't live there.
Hey, we went and hauled it out of his district the other day. I thought he was gonna have a panic
Well,
attack. We had a
Some
piece
guy
haul.
called me and said, hey man, they're already pulling it out, it just got here.
And we were had a part coming from Nashville to put on it, so we want to bring it back to shop to do.
Bernard, it ain't been in my district all year, for your information.
Easy.
All year.
A long time.
It was pulled out January the 5th, and I got it.
That's this year.
I got it, yeah. When there's no leaves on the trees.
But anyway, I think our plan will work. I think you'll see benefits, so just be patient with it.
I've got a question, go ahead.
Moss Brown, you forgot, we fixed 2 areas of Moss Brown too.
I'll dig them bad areas. I'll do
We
it.
had to dig them out and repair them, but we dug them out past.
Good. The bus driver said to thank you very much.
Yeah.
It definitely helped his kids when they don't fly on the bus.
It was bad.
It was bad.
That's a good thing.
He said when they hit it, it really did raise them up out of their seat.
Going too fast, sound like me.
Oh, what about our blacktop list? Have you done turned in POs for all of our projects?
The way I do the POs is once we replace these culverts, you hear Lee talking about the culverts. Once the culverts are done, the POs get issued. On yours, I've already issued Willie Ballard. I've issued Walter Hall. Well, I won't issue Stringtown till we're done. Because what happens with Mago, just like it happened 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, I get a text from Mike Rogers.
We're coming.
Hey, we're coming to Hart and Leslie the next day. So when I issue them, we better be ready.
Right.
So, that's the way I do
I was
those
just
guys.
wondering how close they are to keeping up with.
They've got a lot of county work to
They're not
do.
gonna-
They haven't even touched it.
A big project over
They're not gonna get that all done.
Bluegrass Park.
Nah, I don't think so.
What are you feeling like, Brad? I mean, are they gonna be able to get anything else over in District 5?
Here we go.
I can't answer that.
I mean, they're gonna be asking me, so, you know, I know that we got this slotted. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just,
You tell me
I know it's
What about
hard.
You don't tell me. You don't tell me.
count? Where's
I'm
run, don't
sorry.
count?
It's a big deal. I appreciate that. I'm telling you,
I mean, you
man.
know, the rest of us gotta get at least one road in.
We're just trying to catch up with District 1, man. That's all we're trying to do.
I'm thinking
Just
that
a
my garden fishing,
comment,
that's nobody
payment on
asking for.
605 was really
I know where he'll be
We're
at.
good.
needed, and it really.
That's a state road, and-
Especially on the 150 side, it helped a lot.
Thank you.
Are the center line, double yellow lines and so forth, do they reflect good at night?
Yeah.
I think the state's overall got them, you know, we've discussed this before, the reflectors at night, used to have the little center line reflectors in a lot of these roads. They've eliminated a lot of those.
It's got rid of the rain.
Yeah, the rain's what gets you, yeah.
Do you know if they bought different paint? Remember that day we discussed that paint?
I think it is, just something different about it. Did anybody ever contact the state about those curves on Woodlawn Road, 605?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I haven't got an answer.
I haven't got an answer yet.
I've got an answer.
No.
But a request has been put in, but haven't got an answer.
What's the issue there?
In the curves, you know, where they,
Right behind
put
Woodlawn.
the anti-skid in.
He lives out that way.
Yeah.
I got you.
I requested
Put
it.
back.
Yeah.
I requested on that one, and I requested on top of the hill, and then one out there by the meadows, around that curve there. Hard Farm.
I suspect they would put them back where they have them originally, I would suspect. If we
Let's
get that,
hope so.
we'll be lucky.
Let's hope so.
I doubt people get this year.
On Murray's Run,
Correct.
we will put the striping back since they brought that up. Mago's already been issued the PO to put it back, so someday they'll stripe in there and you'll notice the striping will come back from Plum Run down to the bridge. To where it had it before.
Y'all feel wearing him out?
Exactly. I'm feeling good today, let's keep going.
Anybody else have any questions for road department? We'll move on then to the landfill solid waste report.
I sent an email out, I think it was last week. We have 2 grade-offs, basically one's for parks and one's we've been using for a while. It's almost 30 years old. It's down to its last leg. It's It's gonna cost $6,000 or $7,000 to repair some pumps, get it running again, and when it does run, it is slow, and we get so aggravated with calling, the road departments half the time know anyway, so basically, I'd like to surplus those.
picture of that by email.
Yep.
Is it the one that's out behind the shop?
That's the one we use for parts, which that's basically stripped all the usable parts off of that, basically it's scrap metal right now. Basically, we're gonna do that one and the other one we use.
Oh, you wanna get rid of both of them?
Both of them.
Because you won't need that one for parts if you're getting rid of those.
Yeah, and we stripped a lot of the parts off that one, or pretty much all of them that we could use, and finding new parts now, or used parts, there's almost, it's very hard to find for that old of a machine.
Well, can you find out how much they weigh so we know about what?
Yeah, when we go to
Yeah.
do the auction, we'll have that.
Yeah.
So what we need today is a motion to declare those two surplus and advertise accordingly.
I'll make it.
Motion by Keith, second by Bernard. Further discussion?
Are we planning on purchasing another one?
No. We've had.
Not for the landfill.
I need one for Brad.
Full that worm, full that can.
The times that we do use it, we'll use it to load up our scrap metal a couple times a year, 2, 3, 4 times a year, and then we'll do our tires, we'll go and pick up, and then that's when we call in a favor and let one of his guys or his grade all come out.
Whole crew say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Gentlemen, make sure Jeanette gets a picture of that, please.
So Dean,
I'll get some VIN numbers off these two.
we've got several, and I've been asked by the public, a lot of people came in my office, we got several items we probably should have an auction.
Some of them we've already declared surplus, we're just trying to get enough to have an auction.
And I think what maybe I'll try to do is get a summary of those for the
What'd you
next
do?
court meeting. And we get to have the big auction and get rid of some of the stuff. Now's the perfect time of year, what's pretty to have something.
Yeah, we're not going to just do 1 or 2 pieces.
No.
So we'll get them all together.
We got 2 ambulances, I think, 3 pickups maybe. I'll try to get that list for you, Dean.
Moving on. Old and new business. You guys have anything you want to discuss today to the court?
Just one thing, I just want to follow up. Gary, you asked about the termination. If you look on the bottom of page 21, if somebody were to refuse a test after an accident or something, they can be immediately fired. It's already in the old policy.
Gotcha, I didn't see that, thank you.
Yep.
Anything else? Otherwise, entertain the motion to adjourn. Motion by Bernard Ice, second by Eric. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Thank you all. Now, give me this, copy of this.
Okay.